What's going on, guys? Car Review Guys here. My name is AJ and we are back this week with a 2024 Mustang GT Premium, and this one is a 6-speed manual. It also has the performance package on it. You guys know I have been very intrigued about this car. I own an Acura NSX and I own a 2015 2SS 1LE Camaro. So a Mustang is something I've actually been looking at potentially adding to the fleet. And I don't know for sure if now's the time or not. However, this car is very, very interesting to me. We've spent some time with it. This is going to be the full review. Next video is going to be 5 things to love and 5 things to improve, or a POV. It's going to be one of the two. I have not fully decided yet. So this is your chance to potentially comment down below if you catch me before I decide. So we're almost at 20,000 subscribers. Let's go ahead and jump to the cinematic on this car. Then we're gonna start with the exterior, stats, figures, all that kind of stuff. Then we're gonna jump to the interior, and then we're gonna take it on a drive. Let's roll. Starting with some of the stats and figures on this 2024 Mustang, which is a 7th generation. The new Mustang GT has 480 horsepower out of the 5-liter V8, which is the 4th gen Coyote, pushing 415 pound-feet of torque. The transmission comes in a 10-speed automatic or a 6-speed manual. The one today is a 6-speed manual transmission. And then if you were to go with the EcoBoost, that is a 10-speed automatic only. Curb weight's coming in at 4,741 pounds, roughly, depending on options, obviously, but that's the premium with the manual transmission. And that's going to, all of those factors, push this new Coyote from 0 to 60 in around 4.3 seconds with the 6-speed. And of course, if you go to the automatic, it's going to be around 3.9. On the driver's side, you are going to notice the fuel door is located right there. So, talking of fuel economy, 14 city, 23 highway, and a combined average of 17. Now, as far as the fuel tank size, you're looking at about 16 gallons. Let's talk about the dimensions. So, if we back it up just a little bit from the overall profile of the vehicle, the overall length, you're looking at about 15.8 feet. And then if we get to the back and or the front, your overall width is going to be right around 6.3 feet. Now, of course, pricing, you guys are going to want to know. So the 2024 starts at around $30,920. And of course, you want to know the tester today, and that is $59,875. And that is, of course, including the destination charge. Man, I should just start counting, of course, huh? What do you guys think? So I actually did a live stream when they were unveiling this 2024, and I was curious, you know, because the previous generation I thought was, personally, I thought that it looked okay. That was just, I mean, it every time I saw one out and about, I was like, not a bad looking car, looks pretty decent, but it was never like, ooh, you know, it was never like turning me around. This car changed that on the live stream. As soon as I saw it in person, it's done it even more. It is super aggressive. I mean, honestly, now I know some of you are going to call me a little bit crazy, These headlamps kind of remind me a little bit of a Bugatti Chiron, right? So I'll pull up a picture here of a Bugatti Chiron for you. This is obviously 3, so not quite as many, but the overall shape kind of looks like it. All LED, of course, super bright at night. You have a gloss black grille in the middle. And then I love that they added, right here in the middle, the vents, which are functional. So gloss black, of course. And then this particular color, it depends on the light, right? Which is a vapor blue metallic. And in certain lightings, it literally just looks like Nardo gray, which I love, huge fan of Nardo gray. And then in other lights, it looks a little bit more blue. So it's kind of a cool color that's new on this 2024. And then as far as the tires go, this is, again, the performance package on this car. So in the front, you're looking at 255/40/19s. And then working our way black, gloss black mirrors, gloss black roof. You have keyless entry. And then checking out the rear tires, they are a little bit bigger meats back here, 275/40/19s. And of course, you can kind of see peeking behind there, Brembo brakes. Continuing on around, one thing that I love is having the quad tip exhaust. That looks super aggressive, and the wing for the performance package also looks good. The other thing that you don't seem to notice too much until you see it in person is just how aggressive this angle really is. And in person, it's so much more aggressive. Which is cool. The other thing that is cool is all of the little Easter eggs that they have given us. So here on the rear windshield, I don't know if you can see it, every generation of Mustang right there, pretty neat. And then to pop the rear trunk right underneath here, there's just a button. You can press that and it'll pop up. And then as far as trunk space goes, there is a good bit. Obviously there's a speaker taking up some space there, but it definitely holds golf bags, which is important to at least some of you, and definitely me. So also back to the Easter eggs, you can see a little silhouette here of the new generation, which looks pretty cool. The only thing that's kind of weird is I'm a symmetrical guy. It's only on the right side, because if you come over to the left, there's nothing there. So I'm not sure why we couldn't get that on both sides, but I mean, that's just me kind of nitpicking, I guess. It has come to the time in the video of us getting into the vehicle. Is it easy or not? Now, what I'm not going to do is be climbing in the seat in the back. We already know children fit, grown adults generally don't. So stepping into the front, I'm 5'9" for those of you that don't know. And it's pretty easy. For being a pony car, I think it's a little bit easier than the previous generation. Not that much big of a difference, but I think more than anything, I think it's the seats. Because there's definitely bolsters, right? I mean, you can see them on camera. However, they're a little bit wider. I'm 5'9", like 155 pounds, somewhere in there. And the bolsters don't touch my sides. Like I don't know if I can even show it here. You can kind of see there's probably 1.5 inches, 2 inches there. They're easy to get in and out of. So super nice, super comfortable, especially whenever you're driving a little bit of a trip. Very comfortable, which is, in my opinion, a good thing for the premium. Checking out the driver's door, you are going to notice there is memory seating, 3 different levels, and then kind of reflecting right there, you can see blue coming off the door handle. There is ambient lighting, and then this is, well, it's not carbon fiber, it's carbon plastic, I guess, but nonetheless, it looks really cool. Back here, you can see this is the gray interior. And it's a very light, almost beigey kind of gray, which is unique, but yet cool. And then also down here, it's all soft touch, which is great for your elbow and comfort. Before we go through all of the different tech, which is a big difference on this new generation, I think we need to start it up here. Let's give it another startup, even though you guys have technically already heard it. So let's go. Yeah, I love it. I do. I love it. Like, you guys know, I love sound. I had an Audi R8, 2 of them, one automatic, R-tronic, and then the other one was gated manual. Both of them were basically straight piped. Sounds incredible. Now, this car is a stock exhaust. However, it is the active exhaust, right? Which is an upgrade. I think it's around $1,200. And with that, this thing sounds really, really good. I mean, like, hold on, let me put the e-brake on. We're good, we're in neutral. Let's give her a few revs. This is just inside the cabin with the door open, right? I like it. I like it. It sounds pretty good. Flipping the camera around for you guys, there is a lot of new tech. Now, over here is your drive mode selector. That's kind of unique. I haven't seen too many cars have it on the steering wheel. Nonetheless, if we press it, okay, we can see the different modes that we have. They have cool little animations. I mean, super cool. As you can see, that's normal. We can click it down. Let's go to sport. Then let's go to track. Now let's go to drag strip. Pretty cool, little tree over there even. You got slippery, and then of course custom, where you can go through and change all those settings that you would like it to be, and we're back to normal. So those are all of your different drive settings, and then you do have adaptive cruise control, and then this little button right here is your lane keep system. So it is nice that it at least has lane keep. Over on the right, if you were to press this button, you're going to notice the steering is different settings, right? So it's going to change because this is mag ride, so it's going to stiffen up versus not stiffen up, which is neat that you can have it independent of that. Now down here you have this little button, little Mustang button. You can press that. This is going to come up, and this is your menu for all sorts of things. So you can change this over to track. The exhaust instantly gets louder because the valve's open. And then over here you have all kinds of different things. So you have my color, which you can change various whatever colors you want, right? We're not going to go through every one of those. And then cluster theme is pretty cool, kind of overdone. Pretty much everyone knows about this now. If you don't, well then here you go. Fox body, go over here, and boom, it looks like an old Fox body, and it lights up green at night just like the Fox body. Pretty neat. Maybe one day they'll add like every generation in here, like to where you could change it. Like that would be really cool, I think. Now, back to here, you do have some track apps. You've got various different things. This car does have Rev Match now, which it previously did not have, which is great. Line lock, launch control, I have tried none of those yet. Maybe we will today, maybe we won't. Nonetheless, the other thing you have on here, as you can see, is the drift brake, which this is all electronic. So I'll just shut up and just listen to it. Like, it just goes straight back down. And then if you want to release it, you put your foot on the brake, and then you simply just press it down, and there it goes. And then if you want to re-engage it, you just simply pull up real quick, and it's back and engaged. So pretty neat. As far as the shifter goes, 6-speed manual, obviously. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Nice, pretty tight for a factory manual, so I do like that. You have a wireless charger right up there, trash control, volume knob, and again, like this carbon fiber type of look material. And then up here on the screen, I do love that it basically looks like it's all one screen. It's super nice. It's easy to use. My only complaint is there's no real buttons. So like your heated and cooled seats, right? You have to press this button, and then it breaks out into two, and then you can change it to whatever you want. So it works. It's very responsive, as you can see right there. And then you have your heated steering wheel on and off. It's just, I don't know. It would be nice if we had some actual buttons for all of the climate control items. I think that's pretty much everything on the interior for the most part. The only last thing I guess I'll show you is also flat bottom steering wheel. Super nice. But past that, that's pretty much everything on the interior. The tech is super nice now. The other things that are new, going to be involved on the drive, so I say we take it out on the road. Other thing that's kind of unique is you've got a gray stripe in the seatbelt. Kind of adds some character, I guess. The only thing that like bothers me is it's not center of the seatbelt. So that's just a me personal thing. That doesn't have anything to do whether you like it or don't. You may love it off-centered. For me, I'm a symmetrical guy. I just am. I like things to be symmetrical, hence the quad exhaust on the back. Love that. Hold on, let's crack the windows just a little bit, and then let's put the exhaust on track. There we go, exhaust is on track. We're in normal other than the exhaust. To me, the exhaust really helps make this car. You get some different crackles. Rev matching is fun. If you don't like it, feel free to take it off. I love that the technology is there now. Like, we'll go up to third real quick, and then we'll go down to second. Hopefully the audio turns out. I have my best microphone on here and everything, so hopefully you guys will be able to hear it pretty well, because it sounds so good. All right, let's see. Just downshifting. Let's go through some gears here. Crisp shifting, super crisp. I mean, that's third. Rev match, let's go to second. Super crisp. I love it. I love the 6-speed. The 6-speed makes this car. Remember, if you want a new pony car, as I'll call it, muscle car, this is it. This is all you have. Everything else is dying off, including the Camaro. It's all gone. So the thing with that I'll say is Ford, I don't think, had that mentality, right? Like, they could have literally have not even redone this. They could have just kept selling the Mustang, the previous generation, and they would have done fine, because it's consumers' only option for a new muscle car. But they didn't. They went into it and said, you know what? Let's make a great car. And, you know, they did. They made a great car. As far as drive modes go, do they change everything? Absolutely. Like, I just switched it to normal, and now the steering wheel's like floating everywhere. I didn't even realize. I guess I was in sport. I didn't even realize it. Big difference, I can tell you that. Downshifting through all the gears. It just makes it so fun. It's so rowdy. Yet, if you want it to be quiet, check this out. Check this out. We'll put it in quiet. Right? We're in a neighborhood. If we were, let's just say we're going along. Down to second, watch. Now, if we put it back into track, that's third, and that's second. So hopefully, again, the audio is turning out for you guys. It is a huge difference, and it's nice. You can just flip of a switch, good to go, and it is a drastic difference. For me, personally, the exhaust mode is always in track mode, period. That's how I drive it. I don't care. I don't even listen to music, honestly. I just listen to the exhaust, and I go along, shifting gears, cruising. Usually the windows are down. Can't do that for you guys because you wouldn't hear Jack Squiggly. This car, I think Ford's done a really good job overall, right? Like, my one critique, honestly, would be just a little bit more power. And that's no different. I've seen all the other reviews. I think most people are on board with that. Now, what this car I can't give credit for to the full extent is the fact of I can't take it to a track, right? And this is the performance package. This car would shine on track. Do I think this Mustang is certainly an upgrade from the previous generation? 100%. Not only because of the technology and all the different things that you have in this car, the exhaust alone in this car, the way that they've re-engineered, I don't know, everything they've done on that side of it, but it sounds incredible. And that's the hardest thing to portray, is sound through a video. So if you are hesitant about how this turns out or how you're hearing it, please go to a dealership and have them start one up if they won't let you drive it. And that right there alone will help sell you on this car. I guarantee you. There's no way it doesn't. Mag ride, that's the reason this car is what it is, right? So that's one thing I can't really do. However, to test that just a little bit, we have a small S-turn right up here. and let's test it just a little bit. It is a little cold today, so we're not going to push it hard. We don't want to risk anything happening to this car, but let's go just a little bit here. Let's test the Brimbos. Ooh, Brimbos were good. We're just in sport. We're not even in track. That isn't even the max. Nice handling. You can feel the weight just a little bit, but it is really, really good. And then downshift a second, back on it. Yeah, that's respectable. That's respectable, definitely. So again, I can't take it fully on a track. If you were to go on a track, yes, that's where this car would shine. 99% of people, including myself, could not push this car to its full limitation, right? But around town, when you're just having fun, trying to accelerate, that's where you kind of wish it had just a little bit more power. It's still a lot. 480 horsepower is a lot. There's no two ways about it. And it's respectable. But if I had to critique one thing, which I generally critique every vehicle just slightly, that's pretty much what I would say, is just a hair more power. Everything else with this car, I mean, literally, Ford's hit it pretty much spot on, which, pretty impressive. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. This was a fun one. I really enjoyed this car. You guys know I am a sports car, exotic car, muscle car enthusiast. That's really what started this channel. So anytime I get the chance to spend a week with something like this, it's definitely special, not only for me, but also for me to share the content with you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed a supercar and Camaro owner's perspective on this. If there's anything that you guys want to know that I haven't talked about, just comment down below. Happy to answer that. As always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.